network saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Holding, receiving team.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding, offense.
So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be a second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Foles. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. And he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
That's taken it around the 40. And now running right through it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jimmy Garoppolo heading out of the field with the rest of his offensive mates, and he will officially be the guy this coming season. If you don't believe it, just look at the contract he signed, a 5-year extension on February 8th. At the time of the signing, making him the highest paid player in NFL history.
How about that? And I know a lot of people are asking the question, is this the right move for a guy with only 7 NFL starts? Well, 5 of those were with San Francisco last year. Team went 5-0. He gives them not just hope, but they believe excellent production. If you're going to roll the dice a little bit with an unproven guy, Jimmy Garoppolo gave them evidence and reason to believe.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down, but they'll get it back.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Muscles by at the 25 and able to find Garçon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward at the 13-yard line. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Play action. Garoppolo. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Logan Paulson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And some room to work. Shifts past him at the 45. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Eagles and the 49ers are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. 49ers on offense midway through the second. Garoppolo connects on a pass into coverage, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. Later on the drive, Garoppolo's going to complete the pass, and it leads to a touchdown. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Philadelphia for the second half.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Able to slither by. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Garoppolo to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Here we go now. On second down, Hyde. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 46 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's Foles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Trey Burton, 44 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Foles. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
Yeah, spreading the wealth has been very effective. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Handoff comes to Hyde. Oh, what a move. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a... And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about at the 39. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. This will be from 56. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Gold for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Over the middle to Garcon. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for them. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Looking to throw. Room to run past midfield. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the Jaguars. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. Hi again, folks. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And as we all know, Charles, offenses today, they're driven by the passing attack. But Larry highlighted in the open a couple of running backs who might just disagree with that assessment.
Yeah, and sometimes, occasionally you get a game where running backs will match each other, kind of carry for carry on opposite teams. But for the most part, they focus on themselves. How many touches will they get, and can they create big plays for their own team?
And both of these guys, certainly more than 5-10 touchbacks. They're workhorses. Out now come the Miami Dolphins. They get set to go on offense. You discussed their quarterback position, Charles, into the offseason. Last year, obviously, it was Jay Cutler. Many thought that's just a one-year placeholder. And Adam Gase says he envisions Ryan Tannehill being the guy next year.
I would agree with him totally, and I'd be surprised if anything else actually happened in Miami. If Ryan Tannehill is healthy, he will be the starting quarterback in 2018. They were so excited about his progress and so fired up about what possibilities existed for him in 2017 before the knee injury. Jay Cutler, you nailed it. A one-year placeholder. They did play David Fales a lot in the last game of the regular season to see what he had, but I think there will be competition for the backup job in Miami next year, but definitely not the starter.
The play clock's running down. First carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And on your screen, the offensive starters Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
On second down, here's Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And that one results in 35 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So as they take it over, we step aside. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, it's Tannehill. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 30 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. More from Jacksonville after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Bortles now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Bortles will try again on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. But expanding a little bit on Kenyon Drake, interesting year because hardly used early on. Then Jay Ajayi goes to Philly, and he took over as the Dolphins' lead back after that trade.
And was never a lead back in college. He was always that accessory piece who helped him in the special teams as well. So we'll see what the Dolphins decide to do in 2018. See if they give him a little competition at that spot.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Jaguars are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Dolphins deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Dolphins on offense, first quarter winding down. Drake's going to catch the screen pass, and he'll end up at the 30-yard line before being tackled. Continuing on the drive, Parker's got nobody around him on the catch, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Now 1st and 10, the catch is made after a quick pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 22-yard line.
Okay, Larry, back here, 7-0 our score as we ready ourselves for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. What a gutsy call there. Yeags at the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Bortles now on first down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. They'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. Tannehill now to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even into overtime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense. 1st down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Fournette. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll take this one up close. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
What can Bortles do now with his drive? And his throw is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Underneath to Ivory. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash. This from 33. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's Julius Thomas's Dolphins going up against Lewis's Jaguars. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the bank as you get a look inside Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gunn here in the booth. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And you know, Charles, Larry took a moment to highlight a couple of the tight ends that we're going to see in this game. Both of these teams really look to get them involved in the offense early and often, don't they?
And we continue to see in the NFL how the tight end is becoming more and more of a highlighted position. Some of these guys can flex out like wide receivers. A lot of them can come inside, block as well as catch passes. He's exactly right. Tight end, that's a position we'll continue to follow as this game unfolds.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And many believe that Ryan Tannehill is ready to fulfill his promise. Been in the league a little while now, been through some ups and downs, some bumps and bruises, but the talent is evident. Can run it, can throw it, and I think now he's ready to be a great leader.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Tannehill got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Time to feature the offensive starters, and our first chance to get a look at Parker.
Devontae Parker came out of Louisville with a guy who was known as a mature receiver. Runs routes really well, but the best part of his game, he'll jump over you at the end of a route and go get the football.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Jalen Ramsey was the 5th overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, and he more than lived up to the hype. Many people were wondering, was he a safety? Was he a cornerback? And most leaned towards safety. Instead, Jacksonville saw him as a cornerback, and he played terrifically. All-rookie team, one of the better young corners in the league in a short amount of time.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jacksonville taking the field. There's their quarterback, Blake Bortles, who had somewhat of a roller coaster year, but more wins this season than in his first 3 years combined. And look, the defense helped, but the bottom line, they were within earshot of going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, no matter what you say about his season, roller coaster or not, he did the biggest thing. Led his team to 2 playoff wins, and just what you said, within an eyelash of taking out the New England Patriots and representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. A really great finish for Blake Bortles and the Jaguars. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And some space here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Offense faces a third and medium with 6 yards left. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no? I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Fournette, a first down carry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense. Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route. Second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. From the gun, it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. I
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive. Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us. But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bryant able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy. Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry. And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him. Now Bortles on the bootleg. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bryant in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles? Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense getting ready to come back out onto the field. Take a step back, Charles. You look at the Dolphins in 2017. Look, they were 10-6 in 2016. Many people thought, wow, here we go. 2017 high hopes. They limped to a 6-10 finish, however. Yeah, and you use the word limped, and it started with the injury to Ryan Tannehill. His knee in preseason, in camp, and then they decided to bring in Jay Cutler. That didn't work the way they expected to work at the quarterback position. Jay Ajayi was a Pro Bowl, well over 1,000-yard runner the year before. The chemistry wasn't right. He gets traded to Philadelphia midseason. And Jarvis Landry, over 100 catches this year, but yards per catch, well below 10 yards. So when you add it all together, not what they expected on the offensive side of the ball. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. So it'll be first down here after the run. Right back to Drake. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say. Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Tannehill now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Here's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. Counter play, Drake. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. on the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Ndamukong Suh able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. More from Jacksonville after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. A dump off for Ivory. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. and somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Parkey's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
Again with Fournette. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A handoff to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. They set up the screen to Ivory. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Yeah, he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here's Bortles to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fournette. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Tannehill hands to Drake. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down, it's Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Give. This is Drake. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Bortles now on first down. His throw incomplete. Tommy Bohannon, the fullback, his intended target. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Bortles. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. On first down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's Tannehill now on second down. He goes on. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at its second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. On first down, it's Tannehill. It's complete to Drake. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Trubisky now, following the made field goal to kick this one off. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Jaguars haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Dolphins will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Tannehill's going to take it off the right side, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Jaguars with the football midway through the first. Bryant is going to push his way to the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Third down from the 26. Gibson's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. Dolphins have it early in the second. Jackson's got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 5. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up. And then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
Here's Mohan, the fullback. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Green 39. Green 39.
Bortles now on the option left side. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On play action, now Bortles. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Bortles now on 1st down. He finds Hearns left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Bortles to throw once more. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard here as he's out at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. They come out here in the eye. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. A good pickup there, a 22. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Bart, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. For Drake. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Drake. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Parker. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Running, it's Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Dolphins on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Drake. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Tannehill with a hook up to Thomas for a Dolphin first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the D gets the sack on 1st, and now it brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points.
But
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Julius Thomas, 31 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Now it's Tannehill. And he will get into the zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here comes Blake Bortles now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Andre Branch getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Bortles now on 1st down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Hey.
Again, it's Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run with Fournette, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
On the ground, Ivory. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Tommy Bohannon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because goals before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. The return will come from Sonoris Perry. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Tannehill. They find some open field here. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And look at this. He's going to keep it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's great. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Now Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Bortles. But he's got it to Hearns. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down, just 1 yard to go.
Here we go now. Green 90.
To throw is Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Drake will start the drive on the ground. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. They stay on the ground with Drake. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back back to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And they'll get up and spike it right at 40 seconds to go. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. They'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Fresh set of downs here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now Bortles. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Tannehill hands to Drake. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
Right back to Drake. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. First throw in overtime for Tannehill. And some room to maneuver. And avoids the contact by sliding. 8 yards there on a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him for a loss of 4. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 3rd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
What can Bortles do now with his drive? And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Brad Nordman now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
On first down, Tannehill throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying for his tight end, the veteran Anthony Fasano, and that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that. Strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On second down, it's Drake. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now Tannehill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let a team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive and just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Here's a give to Fournette. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
Hello, everybody.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
I don't care how many accolades you had in college. There's no such thing as a can't-miss quarterback. But Blake Bortles has shown in his time in the NFL that he's a guy that you can build a team around.
Now a play fake here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
Another tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles 14, as a quarterback, right? Had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, he kind of reverted back to that year.
First and goal, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let him run into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Maybe all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.